Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Horse Center. I'm Wild Jamie, and of course, we have the amazing Swiss Army Sean. And our special guest tonight is the king of consistency, just always at the top of jockey standings everywhere he goes, and honestly, in the entire country. An absolute rock star on and off the track. If you follow him on social media, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Pablo Morales. Welcome, Pablo.
Hi, everybody. Jamie, Sean, thank you for having me.
No, thank you so much for being here. We know you're a busy man and we appreciate it. But
Nah, not really. My pleasure.
I had a special request. There are so many questions that I have for you, so many things people want to hear about. But I did have a request to ask about your childhood growing up in Peru and coming from a racing family. So if you could just tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I grew up in the racetrack pretty much. I've always said that I wanted to be a jockey, but I never really meant it because it was like whatever. It was normal to me. The racetrack life was normal to me. I wasn't really sure when would I start or not. Sometimes I rather even play soccer with my friends than going to the races. But then everything changed when I came to United States and I visited with my family. And when I see horse racing here, particularly with Gulfstream in the winter, I was like, whoa, this is amazing. Yes, I do want to be a jockey, but I want to be a jockey in the States. And I was about 12 years old when this happened, and I went straight to it. You know, I was so little, so weak, but nothing stopped me. I was terrified because I was so little and not ready, but I jumped on it right away. I just, from age 12 on, I never stopped. I just was committed to learning, even though it was extremely hard because of my tiny size, but I went for it. Probably fell every single day, which made it 10 times more scary, but I kept going somehow, and it worked out. By age 15, I rode my first race, and by 16, I was already racing in America. So my dreams became truth fairly quickly.
Awesome. There's nothing like the School of Hard Knocks to bring you up right. That's for sure. Something else I know about you, Pablo, that I think is so interesting is how you learned to speak English upon coming here. And one of the shows that you used to watch to really get you started there, SpongeBob, right?
Yes, it's well, it had to be shows. It had to be shows that I already knew what were they were saying. Like when I was little, I used to watch like either SpongeBob or Pokemon, whatever was on. But they just replay the episode so much that I could like recite the whole episode in Spanish. So when I'm watching it in English, I know exactly what they're saying, and I know, not really, but pretty much I could understand what's going on and kind of relay the words and put the captions, the subtitles underneath, not in Spanish, in English, because I wanted to learn how to read and write. And I think it helped that I was young, but again, when I want to do something, I really like dive in, and I wanted to learn English. So I was like all the time, right? I had a little notebook writing all the verbs, have, can, eat, just verbs after verbs. And I would like put them like two in the middle. I'm going to eat. I'm going to the store. So I just practice and practice, and I wasn't afraid of speaking it even wrong, and get corrected. So after a few months, I was already, I wouldn't say fluent, but I was able to hold conversations a little.
Well, I'm impressed. You speak absolutely perfect English, better than half of the native speakers that I interact with. And we all know I've been working on my Spanish forever and I'm nowhere close. So good on you. So, Pablo,
Thank you.
I also need to say congratulations on a recent milestone that you hit. Once again, like I said, you're the king of consistency, but you got over 200 wins again this year. So, congratulations on that. And you are
Thank you.
also the highest win percentage jockey in the US who has over 800 starts. I mean, wow. I have no words for that. I mean, what's 2022 been like for you?
Like you say, it's been consistent. It's been really nice because we've been able to win at such a high rate, high percentage. I didn't know that it was that good, but I guess it is because when I found out about the stat only a few days ago or a week ago when somebody posted it online, I didn't know before this. Uh, it's amazing. I'm just really thankful for opportunities, and I'm thankful that I was able to stay healthy and ride a bunch of races and winning them.
Yes, and we do have to give a shout out to your awesome agent, Paula Bacon. You guys are just quite the duo. I mean, to say that you dominate Presque Isle isn't even fair. You win by like double digits every single year, and you guys are awesome. So, Pablo, tell us a
So
little bit about the Highlander Stakes this summer. You won a graded stakes race up in Woodbine.
yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. I mean, random call from Wesley Ward or his assistant to Paula, and they say the horse was good. We like again, very out of the blue. It wasn't like I know this horse. Wasn't like I work this horse. It's supposedly a very special horse for Wesley, and they asked if I would go. Of course, Wesley Ward says, "You want to go? You go. That's it." And it was great. It was another. I don't get many opportunities to ride great stakes. The circuits that I ride at like Tampa or Prescott have very limited great stakes, and just winning them are hard. Period. So to get one little extra great stakes on my belt was super nice.
Absolutely. All this time when you were pushing so hard to be a jockey and you had that as your goal, did you ever imagine yourself being this successful?
No, I don't know. I felt like at first you dream like you're gonna be the best because you're just starting, and then you're like, oh my goodness, this is hard, especially when you're so young, only 16, 17, and uh, I always say this. I was very little. I mean, I'm little now, but you don't understand. I weighed like 95 pounds back then, and I went to New York where horses are giants and strong, and we're riding in the grass, and with the best jockeys there are, and they're riding you so tight. I'm just trying now there not to get run off half the time when I was starting. So I figured it was going to be a process, and once I got married, I feel like I wasn't really content with where I was, even though I never did bad. I wouldn't consider me doing bad, but I wanted to take it to the next level, and I just started working harder. I really did. I took things way more seriously. There was more responsibility. Now I have a wife, I have a baby. I want to give them the best, and I want to prove to them. I want to prove to myself. So I just started working really hard, and I guess becoming even better and better with experience. And it's been great. I mean, I've been riding for since 2005. I want to say it's been a successful career. I'm very proud of what I have accomplished and what horse racing has given me. It's given me a very nice life that I would have never dreamed of having back then when I was in Peru.
So, Pablo, from 2005 to now, is there anything you look back on and go, I would have never thought I'd be able to do this part of it, but I'm able to do it?
Well, everybody's dream is to become leading jockey one time. When you never have had a title, and you're like, it looks so far away when you go to a racetrack and you're just digging to get mounts, and then all of a sudden you're in the mix and you're fourth and you're third, and you are actually, can I get it? I don't know. And then getting it in Prescott and then getting it 8 times, it's been surreal. It's like, for me, I want to get as many as I can, but at the same time, it's like, how long can I keep this up? It's a lot. 80 stunts is a lot. And then last year, I came second in Tampa Bay Downs. Of course, it was a dream of mine being leading jockey here. It seems most of the time impossible, literally, because I don't ride for any of the leading trainers here. In order to be leading jockey here or anywhere, you're supposed to ride for the people that run the most horses and win the most races. Like in Prescott, I'm leading jockey. I ride for Tim Ham. He's the leading trainer, and then I get business from everywhere else. Or other years when Joe Martin was a trainer, or Teresa Connolly. Every time I was riding for whoever the leading trainer was, if not the first 2 or 3 leading trainers over there. Here, I look at the standings of trainers, and I promise you, I looked at the top 10, and then maybe I ride for 2. So I don't even know how me and Paula pull it off to win as many as we do here. I think it's getting better. My name has gotten more the confidence of trainers. So now they look for me a little bit more. But in the beginning, was other years has always been a grind here. Even this year, I was leading jockey in Prescott by many, like you mentioned, thank God. And then I come here, and it's like nobody from Prescott is running here. Nobody.
Right.
So you don't really know what's going to happen. And then little by little, thank God everybody starts calling. Not everybody, but people starts calling, and we don't ride a whole lot. Probably that's why our percentage is so good, because we only ride a couple here and there, which I'm okay with that. I don't want to. I love having a high percentage. I think that's it looks really good on you. So we managed to always pull off wins. I mean, it's crazy. It works. It works really, really good. And I'm hoping maybe one day I can get a title here in Tampa. That'd be a dream. But I'm happy with how well I'm doing.
And the bettors get a lot of value with you at Tampa Bay and still win. Presque Isle, they're getting no value when you're 4 to 5. So that's another thing. When you're at Presque Isle, what are those days like? Because you've had multiple of them when you're winning 4, 5, 6 in one card.
Which is great. It's just know that you are loaded and you are confident, and you all you have to do is just study your form the best you can, and have a plan out there. React from experience when things don't go as planned, and that's it. Things just click. I mean, I feel like I know that track pretty well. I have a really good sense for pace, and it helps that I'm on the probably the top, the best 3 horses sometimes, and sometimes I'm not in the better one, but because of this confidence, because of this experience, because of this knowledge of the track, sometimes I manage to win them even without the best horse. Other times I do have the best horse and they just win.
So is it like other sports though? When you're in a zone, you're just in a zone no matter how good, even if you have the best horse or not?
Oh, it happens for sure a lot. It happens all the time. Like, just things just click, and you can't do no wrong sometimes. But it does go the other way sometimes. You get a little things don't go your way. You get a little bit
you overthink
discouraged and things. Yeah, and sometimes things don't happen. But it helps that we have so much business over there that we always win again. So
yeah, I think you've been in the zone.
That don't last.
You've been in the zone for years, but we do have a little bit of a backhanded compliment here from Willie Martinez. Pablo should have tried out for American Idol, best singer ever, but you need a haircut. Love you, bro. Paula Bacon, best agent ever. LOL, congrats.
Thank you, Willie.
See, we weren't going to try to get you to sing, but Willie will.
Right?
Willie can sing all he wants.
We'll put it all on him.
Liking to sing is a lot different than being able to sing.
No,
and I do need a haircut. Singer. I do need a haircut, but I might lose it soon. So let me just enjoy my hair.
Let's hear a song. Here we go.
No shot.
They're gonna start coming
other interviewers have tried, but I can't do it. I really can't. Maybe if this was recorded in like a 3-hour interview and 1 minute edit, then that'll be different. But no chance of me singing live.
We're not live at all. It's totally being
live.
recorded.
It's edited.
Yeah, totally.
Let me get my guitar then. No, I'm just kidding.
So actually, speaking of Pablo, you have a ton of hobbies. Yes, you play the guitar, you sing, you also box. And my personal favorite, I love to watch you jump rope. It's amazing what you can do jumping rope. I mean, is there anything that you can't do?
I'm sure. But I do. I am like, once I like something, I have to be. I know this is sounding like really bad, but in my mind, I have to be the best. I have to, and then I stop. Once I'm better than the average, I'm happy. But it's not a competition against anybody. It's just me. I've always been like this way since I was little, like soccer or rollerblading or skating or breakdancing. I mean, probably I can do any of those stuff right now because I just stop. But when I want to learn something, I just go so hard. I want to be like the best at it. And that's how it served me well. It served me well in my career.
Yeah, an uncompetitive jockey would not last long. So Grandma Horse Racing says, a little Tom Jones. Paula Bacon says, I like the hair. Shout out, Paula.
Thank you, Paula.
Best agent ever.
Paula, the best.
Yeah. And from Terry, hey, we have, do you like speed horses or closers better?
I don't have a favorite. I really don't. It's not, you're not by yourself out there. You know, you're just like, oh, I have a fast horse. There's five other fast horses with you, killing you. That's not fun to have a fast horse. Then you have a closer. There's no speed in the race. You can't gain on them. So it really doesn't matter. I think I like both styles, but it's all how the race sets up and what you do about it. You know.
Yeah.
What about other jockeys when they're going too fast or whatever? Are you in the back of the field going, haha, like laughing, knowing you're going to get these horses because the jockey's giving a bad ride? Like, I don't know how to phrase it, but when you know a jockey's kind of like an amateur, like they're not doing it right.
No, I never feel that way. I mean, of course I'm going to take advantage of situations like that, but I would never think in any like feel like anybody's bad or I'm better than anybody. I mean, I just do my best. I go out there if I can take advantage of a mistake, which I'm sure I make them myself too. So everybody's just trying their best out there.
Well, we've got a comment here from one super nice guy to another super nice guy. I knew Pablo was going to be a great rider when he was just 20 and winning everything for Gary Contessa. He's shown us all that great ability ever since. Such a nice guy. Thank you, Sean Patrick Nolan. Love him.
Thank you.
And we've got another. Sorry, the comments are flying in, guys. So bear with me as I try to get through all these. Terry, hey, that's what makes you so good. I think it was talking about your competitive nature. And from Grandma Horse Racing, let's see how you answer this very challenging question. Do you have a favorite stable?
I really don't. I really appreciate the support of all the people. I mean,
you're supposed to say your father-in-law.
No, of course not. I take off of my father-in-law's horses all the time. But I mean, it takes a lot to keep a barn happy, and I do have like loyal supporters like Tim Ham, like my father-in-law, like Leland Hayes. I mean, all of this Paula Bacon's friends like Tim Gerton. They've stuck with me for years now, and it means a lot to me because other jockeys might be able to do what I can do. I mean, they might not think so, or I don't know for sure. But I mean, it's so nice that they keep me at this statue of sort of like needing me, like feel like they need me, and it makes me so happy to have that appreciation from a lot of these trainers. I know they really think very highly of me, and I don't want to disappoint. And so, but at the same time, I'm super thankful for being in this position with them in their book.
Sure. I love the competitiveness. So when you miss out on a photo, you're a little upset with yourself that you missed out on the photo?
Yeah, I'm very competitive against myself. I really don't compete against anybody out there. And yes, I'm not the best of losers. I handle it fairly okay. But this high percentage is a curse, because you're so used to winning that when you don't, you're like, you know what I mean? But I shake it off. Okay, but you have to be competitive. It's you against everybody out there. The gate's open. It's you and your horse. Nobody wants you to win around you. The only people that wants you to win is your agent, your trainer, and your owner, and the people that bet on you. But other than that, like, it's you on your own against everybody. I feel like that's sort of sports that I've always liked. Like, and it's silly, but like tennis, you're on your own. Boxing, you're on your own. Like, it's you against everybody. But I think in order to do your best, you really can't compete against anybody by yourself. You have to do what's right. I've never been an aggressive jockey in terms of, I have to like bother this horse, or I have to screw this horse, or I have to go after that jockey. I'm just doing what's best for my horse, not what damages the other horse. And I think that wins more races.
Agreed.
Now, when you're involved in a photo too, how often do you know if you got it for sure or not?
99% of the time.
Okay, I have kind of an off.
I've been shocked. I'm sorry. I've been shocked before, which is terrible. but I would say most jockeys 95% of the time know if you won or not.
Are you talking to the other jockey about it? Like, I got you, or the other one's going, oh, you got it?
Oh, I would never.
No?
No, I don't say anything, I might, if it's a front, I might ask did you win or did I win? I just want to see what they say. I already kind of know, but I just want to see what they say. But at the same time, they don't want to say either. They're like, I don't know, it was close. That's what most people say. Even though they might tell me like the same question, who won, and I'm like, I don't know, it was close. I mean, in my mind, I'm thinking I won. If you get it.
We're getting all the tea tonight. All right. So Pablo, this is kind of an off the wall question, but you have your pose and like your little, it's on your fan tag too, right? On your, what is this? Does it have any special significance or is it just like, it looks cool? Like, what is it?
Well, I don't know. I was very young in my career. Well, not in my career. When I played soccer, like there's a Brazilian player, very famous. His name is Ronaldinho Gaucho. He's like the coolest one. Like he used to do all kind of tricks with the ball. He was super talented. He used to play in Barcelona next to Messi when Messi first started. And every time he scored, he would go like this. Like he would run and go like this. And I just thought it was cool. So I just copied him. And every time I go to the winner's circle, I just did it one time. And probably the next 2,000 races were the same thing. And I just got stuck.
I mean, I've been copying it too lately, so I can't say anything. We got another
it's catchy.
question. Right. We got a question here from Grandma Horse Racing. Any race ever give you the butterflies?
You know what? Any race that I know it was me, it makes me feel real special. It could be a $5,000 claim or a maiden 75. But when I know my decisions made that horse win, that makes me feel really happy. I mean, every win makes me feel happy, obviously. That's why we are riding, to win races. That's what keeps us going. But that little decision that probably nobody noticed, or it was for most people nothing, but I know I did something. And I know if I wouldn't have done that, that probably would have been the difference. That's what gives you that, like, like that, you don't suck. You're good.
Sure. Got another question here from Jamie Cacho. Favorite horse racing movie? Got a favorite movie?
Favorite movie? I don't know. I feel like most jockeys feel like the movies are kind of silly.
Yeah.
They're not super accurate.
That one that came out recently was like accurate, but in a bad way. I'm like, okay, so this
I didn't watch it. People gave me bad reviews about it, so I was like, no, I don't want to watch a movie that is bad.
Oh, it's depressing. Don't watch it.
And horses, look at this.
Yeah.
That's Fox Rocks.
Very cool. Very cool.
I thought you were going somewhere else with that. I was kind of shocked with how you started that.
No, it's a horse that I've won like 12 or 13 races on. Just a hard trying horse with a ton, like a good boy, yet a ton of attitude. And it seems like every time I rode him, I won on him. Like me and him got along great. Like other people ride him, and he's probably won with other people, but it just seems like not a win. And then I ride him, win, and just hard trying horse. Those are the coolest. Like it wasn't no stake horse at all. We won some cheap races, some starters or allowances, but nothing high ranking. But just a cool hard trying horse who'll try to kill you in his stall, but out there he was all business.
We got a comment here from Paula Bacon. Riding for Shanna gives him butterflies. She has a tiny stable. Everyone likes to ride for Shanna.
Of course. Another one that is very, very loyal to the team. We're surrounded by great people, like I said, Leland and Katie, Hayes, Shanna, whatever they have, whenever they have something good, and they look for us, and not just as a favor, like they also have confidence in me. So
and they're all phenomenal horsemen. Horsemen.
That helps too.
I'm going to let you jump back in, Sean. there's so many comments. Like, Pablo, you're Mr. Popular. Okay. Terry, hey, when you decide to retire from riding, what do you want to do? Got any ideas there? I mean, you've got quite a long career ahead of you, but.
I have no idea. It's terrible. It's such a scary question because I have no idea. And I don't want to be anything else other than a jockey in this industry. So I know that when I say that's it, that's going to be like, that's it, goodbye, because I really don't want to do anything else than being a jockey. So it's definitely a scary question because I do not have a plan.
So
Well,
I got two things. I got
almost
two things on that. You just keep cashing the checks, so when you retire, you're done and you're financially stable, right? And then the second thing is, what is the hardest part about? Because there are some jockeys that just can't cut it anymore. It's the lifestyle that they can't keep up with. What's the hardest part for you?
I forgot the first question.
So the first question was just a comment. You're just gonna keep cashing the checks, so when you retire, you have enough money in the bank.
Well, like again, I've been extremely blessed and very. I feel like I've had a very successful career. I know it's no comparison to some of the jockeys in New York or California that win great stakes like they're claiming, but I feel very accomplished, and I have more than I could have dreamed of. So I think I put myself in a position where I will be okay. I've been very smart with my money, not the smartest, but smart. I mean, I can say that I've paid my home off. I don't have any debt. And I feel like that puts my family in a safe spot. And regardless, it doesn't matter what I do when I retire. I'm not afraid of working. Would I be miserable bagging bags in Publix? But I probably would. But my family will never need anything as long as I'm here.
So is everybody that actually does that. You know, usually,
Well,
not speaking for everybody,
you know?
but what's the hardest? So the second question was, what's the hardest part about the lifestyle of a jockey for you?
I feel like people don't see that it's kind of rough. Like mentally, it could be exhausting. I mean, right now I've been in such a high point of my career that thank God I haven't encountered this too much. But I know how it is being in the other end. It's such a battle. It's like you can do everything right and win for all these people, and they could love you one day, but it goes away sometimes, and it's like it could be depressing, and it could affect your mental health. I'm not even exaggerating. It could be you could be under a lot of pressure when your only job is to ride horses and the other way to make money is by winning races, and you're not getting these opportunities, and you're working and you're getting looked at like it happened to me when I was in New York, you know, that things were starting to get tough, and it was depressing. There'd be nights that I'm not gonna lie that I would cry, and it's a tough spot to be. Being a jockey, it has tremendous benefits and it's super fun, and we're like athletes, and some people look at us like, oh, they're so cool, but there's times that it could be really rough, and like again, I've been extremely blessed. I don't want to say that I've been through the worst, but I know what it's like to be bad, and I know a bunch of these guys probably feel that way too, you know.
Yeah, actually, piggybacking off of that, from Lloyd Green here, I'm a big jockey supporter and defend jockeys in other chats when they are getting criticized. Glad to see others now watching these interviews. Lloyd Green, do I ever appreciate you? Because sometimes I feel like the Twitter troll slayer out there, and I love having other people jump in because, I mean, literally people are saying the most off the wall things like 95% of jockeys are completely incompetent. You can literally go up, give the stewards $20 and end up riding racehorses the next day. I mean, really, people really think these wild accusations. So I'm glad there are more people out there defending jockeys and everything you guys go through, both mentally, physically, all of it, financially.
If Pablo don't mind, you don't have to share this, but do you want to share how you I think your approach is the very unique and good on how you deal with the trolls.
Oh, I told you this. I mean, and I think this is the best way. I am nice and kind to everybody. So I got a lot of messages. I wouldn't say all the time, but I've gotten plenty of nasty messages treating me really bad and wishing me really bad things. And I would answer, and I show my kids the change of heart these people have every time I answer them, because I say, I'm really sorry you feel this way. I really hope your day gets better, and if I did a bad job, I apologize. Have a great day. It's just like this. Their next message is always nicer, even not perfect, but it's always nicer. And I really mean it. And maybe in the beginning was like sarcastic of me because I didn't really mean it. But now I know it's like, man, these people are really like upset because they're sick that they lost some money, you know, and they just have anger in them. And I don't want that anger on me. So I'm just going to be super nice to them. And 99% of the time they have come back to me with, oh, no, it's okay. You're an amazing jockey. You can do better than that. Good luck. And then after that, I kind of like, I don't want to keep talking to them because I don't, but I mean, I'm just like left. I'm like, okay, thank you. Take care. Bye-bye. So my advice to most people is if you can control yourself and be kind to these people, it's a lot better than answering in a mean way. It just drags. Some people feed on these things, you know, they love it. They putting that comment out there and that message in order to get some nasty reply back. But when you throw respond with kindness, they don't know what to do.
They always say hit people with kindness. The other thing I'll say on that, the last couple of years, I mean, you had Fantac, you have shows like this on. We're trying to, you know, highlight the people in horse racing. How important do you think that is, and why do you think it took so long for people to start highlighting you guys as athletes and as people that can be promoted?
It's gotta be thanks to social media. You know, social media is growing. The horse racing community in social media is growing. So I think that's been big. And with the again with the internet and this big races happening and crazy stuff like Rich Strike winning the Kentucky Derby, more and more people are getting drawn into horse racing. So I think it was a good opportunity for Fantac to start displaying some of these jockeys and their products.
Yeah, I agree. Social media is key. Getting a little sneak peek into the jockeys' personalities and whatnot has been a lot of fun. I just got to throw in this comment here from Aaron Morales. I handle them when he isn't looking. So we do have to give a shout out to Aaron. That's Pablo's incredibly beautiful, intelligent, wonderful wife. Absolutely adore her. And she keeps everything rolling, keeps Pablo on track, right?
Absolutely. She's my everything. She's been a huge part of my success. I feel like if I didn't find her and she didn't give me this beautiful family, I would have never accomplished what I have accomplished.
Well,
Aaron, can you request that Pablo sings?
No, because she would not want me to sing. She would be like, she'd come through that door and be like.
Well, I've got one thing I just wanted to hit on before we go here. I've been doing these jockey interviews with the jocks here at Tampa Bay, asking people various questions. And I have to say that, Pablo, you're very popular with the jocks colony here. You get votes for best dressed, most intelligent. You got many votes for people's favorite jockey who's not themselves. Like, people really respect you. And I mean, that has to feel good, seeing how many people look up to you and respect you in the room, the people that are with you day in, day out, all the time, everywhere, every hour. So good on you for that.
Oh, it does feel good. I mean, I don't take it for granted. I really appreciate my friends, the guys, you know, being nice to me. I've always made a point to be respectful and nice to all my colleagues, and I try to be as humble as I can, and I think that's the respect that I give them has given back with their appreciation and love, you know.
Yeah, you've been a big help here at Horse Racing Today as well, helping us with our videos and social media. Always down for an interview or a quick clip, so thank you for that.
Of course, you've been killing it. You've been doing great, Jamie.
Thank you.
So I got two more questions. One, you said about Woodbine not knowing the horse when you went to Woodbine. When you don't know a horse, how long does it take to connect with that horse?
I always say you react from experience, and you do have a plan out there. You do have a plan before the race of where do you want to be. But again, when the gates open, horses are laying all over the place. You start reacting from experience, pace. Obviously, you want to save ground. Does the horse like the inside? Does he not like the inside? So all these little things are happening very quick that you feel. The horse takes off every time I hit him. The horse doesn't like it when I hit him. The horse is shying from another horse. It is, and TV, it looks very like repetitive and just like almost like, well, here comes the same thing all over again. But it's very different. And like I said, when you don't know a horse, you pretty much react for an experience. Does knowing a horse help? Yes, but with the experience, I think you can help it a little bit and overcome it, not knowing the horse.
And then my other question, we're going into 2023. Are you a big goals guy where like the beginning of the year starts and you write some goals down?
No, not at all. I'm pretty much in every day. Well, this is business, is and day by day. This business, the only thing I ask God is to keep me safe in order to keep being able to keep working. And again, nobody really cares what I did in 2022. The only ones that care is me, my family, and Paula. Other than that, it's like they already paid you for that stuff. You have to earn it every single day.
And you would crush the goals anyway, so why even write them down, right?
There's no such thing. Like, I didn't plan on breaking my record this year. I just went out there every day doing the best we can, and it came. And one thing I don't do is I don't count. That's for sure. You ask me, how many did you win the standings? No idea. How much do you need to win this? Like, I just saw on your thing that you posted.
I was going to ask you about this.
Something away from 2,500. I had no idea.
Well, you will know though when you hit that.
I probably know like when I'm closer, but I'm not thinking about that. Like, I did have like this thing in when Tampa started, I'm only 7 away from 200. Again, because people post stuff, because I wouldn't have known myself. And you're only this far away from breaking your all-time earnings records for the year. So of course that I want to hit that. Now, was I every day looking like, this is how much more I need? No, I don't care. I need to win races in order to keep my trainers happy and in order to be relevant. There's, again, so many jockeys that are good or improving, and they know what they're doing now there too. It's really, for them to choose you, you have to earn it.
So you don't want me to start a countdown when you're only like 5 wins away?
You can. But I don't. My point is, I don't focus on it. I don't focus on that stuff because it really matters, like, to some fans, and it's fun and everything. But I know deep inside the trainer doesn't care if it's the one that I'm writing up for that moment. Doesn't care if it's my first win of the year or my 200 race. They want to win that race because they need to pay their employees, support their family. So I just, every race is important to me. The cheapest one I don't look at purses either. Couldn't care less what purses the race.
Don't look at purses in Tampa. That's a great idea.
But I don't do it regardless. Because, like I said, wins bring more wins. So you just got to win every chance you can get and do your best out there. Even if it's for second, third, or fourth, you got to try hard out there. These people are putting their lives in the business and their money and their time. The least thing you can do is to try very hard for them.
So you won 2,474 races. How many of those races do you think you would actually do you forget about any races? Like, does somebody have to remind you, you won this one, and you forget it, or are they all in there?
I want to say that most of them are in there because I was cleaning the garage and I was looking at pictures of 2012, 2014, and I remember every single horse in every single race. So
impressive.
You remember a lot.
All right. Well, you got anything else, Sean?
No, whatever I do have, we'll save for the third time Pablo comes on, because we always love having you on. So
I know.
Well, we're gonna need to. We'll get Jamie out to the colony and say which jockey needs a haircut, because we know they'll all answer you now, since that's what. Yeah.
Everyone but Paula agrees. All right.
Well. I didn't say
my wife. My wife says my wife likes it, so that's all that matters too.
That's all that matters.
That's two that have a big pool. So
why would you care what Willie Martinez thinks when your wife likes it? Come on,
Willie. Oh, come on, Willie. I'm sorry, Willie gets a haircut every 2 days.
Yes, yes, you're right. Absolutely. I'm like, where are you going? Really? Okay, all right, whatever.
Jamie refers to him as the peanut gallery, so don't worry about the peanut gallery.
I love their haircuts.
Well, thank you so much for coming on, Pablo. We really appreciate it. And we wish you the best of success for the rest of the year and going into 2023. Can't wait to see what you accomplish next year.
Thank you so much for having me. This was a lot of fun and can't wait to do it again.
Yay. Have a good night.
Thanks,
Tell
guys.
Aaron I said hi.
Sure will.
All right. So that is Pablo, Mr. Popular. Love him. And you can see why, if you didn't know Pablo before, hope you got a little taste of his personality now and all the great things he brings to the table, both professionally and personally. Fun guy, very talented.
Absolutely. And you know what's great is it was the second time he's been on, and I'm like, crap, I didn't have time to watch the first show. I'm like, I don't really remember what we covered the first time. I didn't have a bunch of questions, but he's so easy to
he's
just
easy.
go with. Like, he's such an easy
did no
conversation.
prep for this show. None. I was like, it's
No,
Pablo.
you didn't have
We're
to.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, he's so easy to talk to. And,
he's
just
awesome.
Easy conversation. So
yes,
it's great.
And he really has been a huge help for us. I mean, I've been like chasing jockeys down on the backside. And my first day going out there and trying to do interviews, I was so nervous because it feels weird to just walk up to people and be like, hey, can I ask you questions? Like, but I told Pablo, I was like, oh, I have to do this. And I'm like really nervous and kind of weird about it. And he's like, well, just do me first. I got you. I'm like, oh, okay, thank goodness. And then it went from there. And now it's a good time. So I hope everyone enjoys that content. We'll be bringing you more soon. And I just want to, there's like so many comments here of people just saying, Pablo's great guest, great show. Okay, so I can't do them all, but I will do this one from Paula. Pablo's strongest asset is that he stays calm and knows how to deal with pressure with grace and class. Grace and class, those are two great words to describe Pablo Morales, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, to go back to his haters and just hit him with kindness. I mean, that's what you're taught as a young kid to do.
I admire you, Pablo. I can't do it.
how many people actually are able to do that as an adult? I mean,
not me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes. All right, Sean, what do we got coming up for the rest of the week?
So tomorrow, Rich and I believe Charles will be back for the Daily Show at noon Eastern, and I believe we're on YouTube right now, and they'll be on YouTube as well, so that's a good thing.
Yes.
Live. And then tomorrow night, we'll have jockey Eddie Gerardo on.
Yes, and he's always a ton of fun, so I'm sure we're in for a ride.
And then, obviously, check out Picks with the Professor.
Yes.
You got the NBA going. You got college football going. He's got you all covered.
Yeah.
So Picks at Professor Sides on Twitter, and you also got a YouTube channel as well.
Yeah, and we should have done a shout out while Pablo was here because he had on his lovely Fantac apparel, which is absolutely fabulous. And we also have plenty of fun HRT gear. As you can see, I get mine personalized. Sean has the standard HRT. You can go either way. You can customize. You can go with the standard issue. They're both very cool, very flattering. Love all their stuff. So that's another way you can help support the show.
You actually have to customize this too. It was on the side. I took it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted an HRT. I didn't want no number or nothing, so I took it from the side and put it on the front here. So you can do it however you want. So it's great.
Yeah. There you go. Perfect. I want to see one with Swiss Army Sean. I feel like I'm the only one who like puts my name on everything. Like I'm just used to it.
I don't think Swiss Army Sean would fit there.
My husband personalizes everything, so I've just gotten used to having my name everywhere.
But Fantac, yeah, go check Fantac out. Pablo's got a lot of stuff. There's a bunch of stuff there. It's Christmas time. Get people gift certificates, gift cards, whatever. Support them as well.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that takes us wire to wire here for Horse Center, and we hope to see you guys back tomorrow. In the meantime, please don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, share. Anything that you can do to give us some exposure helps us to keep bringing you super fun, super great content. So don't forget to show us back some love. Appreciate all of the interaction we've been getting on social media and on our shows. We love all the comments. I'm sorry that I can't get to all of them. There's just so many, especially when we have a popular guest like Pablo. I'm like, I can't keep up. But thank you. We appreciate it, and it all will be online for everyone to see, even the comments that I missed. So thank you for that. And we know one place that we will definitely be seeing Pablo Morales sooner rather than later is the
Winner's Circle.
Winner's Circle. Have a good night, everyone. See you tomorrow.